Hello, welcome to my first BS review. Now today I would like to review 3 rails. One I already unpacked it from a company called M-LOK. This is the one from UTG, M-LOK for M-LOK, made in the USA. I think it's called by a company, it's made by a company Leapers. And another one that's also made in the USA is by A3T. Here once again the metal. Now let's start with the one that's already unpacked. So this is what you get. It's the cheapest one. I think it was roughly around $10 or euro. This is the rail itself. Now, as you can see, there are numbers. It has 2 screws, or it has place for 2 bolts. On the back are such detents so it will fit into M-LOK slots, and you have one hole for a quick detachment. It's made of aluminum, very nice finish, very nice quality, build quality. So this is the first candidate, and I really like it, especially the quick detachment hole, because I intend to use this on a gun where there is no such hole at the front. I intend to use it for a bipod. So this is how it looks. Now let's have a look at the bolts that came with it and the little wrench. So you get parts for an M-LOK handguard, and 2 of them, of course. You get 4 small bolts, I think they are metric, and you get those for those well, nuts, I think you might call it, for the sorry, this is not M-LOK. It's what is it? I don't recall the name just right now, but the one with the keyholes. This is for the one with the keyholes, and this is for the M-LOK rail or handguard. Now, what I don't like about it, let me zoom in a little. Now, what I don't like is that I hope you can see it, you have this kind of, I don't know what you call it, this slight cuts, so it will hold better onto the rail. But I don't think that this is necessary, because those pieces make it impossible for the rail to move once it's put on the M-LOK handguard, so it won't move anywhere. It's very precisely machined. It doesn't have the round overs as the rail has or the handguard has, but still it won't move. But this will leave, in my opinion, because this is metal, it's not aluminum, so it means it's much harder than aluminum. It will, if you tighten it down, it will leave some, or it might leave some marks on the inside of the handguard. This is something that I don't want to happen, so I don't think that I will use this one, just because of this. I don't think a flat surface will do the job just as good. There is no glue on the bolts, so maybe some glue for bolts might be used, so it won't come off. So the cheapest one, very nice build quality. I don't think that the numbers really matter, 1 to 7, but well, I don't think that they also should be any problem. Really nice quality, really nice design with this quick detachment hole. I really like it. So let's go on to the next one. This was, I think, roughly $20. Close to this, there is a, let's say, $1 difference between the 83 and the M-LOK rail. So let's unpack this one. Allen wrench, Allen key, and the rail itself. Let's open it. It's of course a shorter version, says made in USA, so really nice detail, and you can see this round, it's larger, those, I don't know what they're detents, thicker and slightly better round over at the edges, and of course the nice made in USA logo, which I think looks, we won't see it, but it's a nice add-on. As for the height and the other dimensions, it's a typical Picatinny rail, so that's this. Let's have a look at the bolts. Now they are slightly different because they have this mushroom head, if you see, and they have the flat head. I don't think it makes a big difference. Also, those are cut to the right dimension. They sit slightly deeper because if you put them into the holes, you see they sit flush with a surface. And here the bolts, as you can see, or hopefully, they don't have those cuts, no marks, they just have a flat surface on top, and the bolts go in, so they go into the hole, so they are not flush, they are just somewhat beneath the surface. Now, I don't know if this will cause any issues with dirt getting into the spaces. That might be harder to get out, but I don't think that this really matters. I mean, worst case scenario, you have to take it down and clean it off if this is something that's important to you. Now, also made of aluminum, goes in, and here is your nut. So also very nice product, and it has chamfered edges and a slight round over, so looks also very nice. So, and now the last candidate from UTG or Leapers. Let's move it open. Probably the well, nicest packaging, not that this matters. Also, I think this is the M-LOK logo. Says UTG USA on it. Very nice surface finish. Here once again, similar to the first model, those bolts sit flush with the surface, but they don't sit between this or in the slots, but they are just in the middle of the top of the rail. Now it's a straight cut at the end, leaving a part of the rail on top of the rail on it, and I guess this is stainless steel and also flat surface on the top, so the difference that you can see between this one, the first and the second and third one, is the diameter of the bolt. Now this is a smaller diameter, I guess M4, and this probably M5, so 1 millimeter larger. Now, will this matter? I don't think so, because the bolt is not the weakest link in this element. Maybe it is, but still, to break, if this is a quality bolt and it says 10.9 on the top here. You won't be able to see it on camera, I guess. It says 10.9, which means it's ridiculously strong. I would have to calculate it, but that's a lot of force that this little guy can withstand, so I don't think that this could or should be any problem. Once again, finish very nice on this, the last one, the UTG. And so, which one to choose? I would say it's just comes down to a personal preference, what you think might look better, suit your needs better. Those two are of course slightly better in terms of quality, and you have this detent in the middle. I don't know if it's called detent, but this little guy in the middle. Both of them have it. This one doesn't. But I put it on a handguard, and without nuts, nothing, without tightening down, nothing moved. So I don't think there should be any problem with this. It looks definitely very nice. It has this additional quick detachment QD hole, so I think price-wise this is half price of the other one. So, well, if you're on a budget, probably this might be your choice, and if you need an additional quick detachment hole, this is the one probably to choose. I don't like that here those cuts, and the surface of this bolt isn't flush, because this will damage probably your surface finish on your gun. So this is the only downside of this. And I think the other come with a slightly larger nuts. It's just a little, but I think they are slightly bigger, so you can they will have a bigger surface to grip on. So, but here you go. Oh, there you go. This is that I can say about it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi, once again, it's me. A short notice. I think the dimension of this bolt, of those bolts that I added, is due to the fact that it's smaller as the other one, because this also supports KeyMod. These are the bolts for the KeyMod, and if we look at the bolts, now they are very, very little, so this means the nuts. I guess the bolts couldn't be of a bigger diameter, because otherwise you couldn't use this for M-LOK, and this might be also the reason why those detents are not, there is not an additional as in the other two, there was, and this might be, I don't know because I'm not very familiar with KeyMod, due to the functionality that you can use this on both systems, KeyMod and M-LOK. So this might be the reason, this is my guess, why those are smaller and why the used bolts and nuts are also smaller. But this is one thing that might be of some interest or some buying argument for you. If you don't know or if you might want to swap it out between M-LOK and KeyMod, this might be the more universal solution for you. Okay, that's it. Just to give this fella justice. Okay, bye.